Yamawajo mo akwa abado ba no Nsroma Kaseɛbɔ ewo Cyrus TV Nsroma Kaseɛbɔ ensem awodo yekukuro na mpedifo aso no so ede amai eno ene ye kenkan ede efri nkrampoponi manta mu aso chem rescue point yede mamo ewo eyemu fifi awodo eyenimu se makonjuma mabre eni ntibra so se mbagigi adem na ensem awodo etwego ewo ye man mu no yede ebesom mu se ye musumfo se ne ade bia no yemfel so titru ene abefo ntentan fidie so ye Facebook shebenu krata no Apam TV Ghana ene die mo like comment ne share fama ye na bibia no entumi enkonkan enda yo benim bosome ne da etoso edu mienu ewo emfi champenu ni edunu enum emu ende ye wukuada na ye wukuada de na se obo ade de acheyen ode nyampa etena chen ye wada empa bo kase e da bekoso ewo fidie mu ha eni nti baby bia wo bia nse na dan yetene kunwa kase so ye ka no fa kan odwumedie eho na bepie mu ewo ha na sane wo be free fia ba no onsan so emfree sane wo free ha de akono na mum nhira na wo betebiride free eya so ye ha ede akọ eba ne sa de sane ya kampai bode na bribi koso anamontu bi mu enwoma enkoso yie sane wo pe no kai na hye no so se wo chi bribi de free soro a na emba na chirisi bibi kurem na ade na kurem no wabisa ho ahwehwe daabi ende ayempa bonko a na betumi atesa ahoma no mu ama wiye di a wawe no mpuntuo no etumi aba be ka wonsa ene nti so chem rescue point na mecha oti aba be pie mu ewo Apam Global Church asafoko no emu na nyankopon emfa na koa ene ne mfina woda asafo no ano emfa embo entwitwanjew emfrisa eye empokyere no emu on baby da ende fa kan udwumedi a wudi ho sanyampa ekina ekire so pai so sedan oba be pie mu ewo fidie mu na wo so wunhida ewo se won enka wonsa no wo so wonsa etumi aka nyampa ekina edwumedi no be hyase wo bra no nson abo anapa 7 am eni nti akyerɛkyerɛ kon betumi afre na waji nkyerɛkyerɛ mu so sine midi ewo so eni 0540378282 0540378282 ana 0249669993 0249669993 na onimpenifo achiche enkomo kan na hye nso say na wochi so yankopon de che na ekogu ani following week no communion service ebekoso eninti no faka wo dada setan na udwumedi a wudi ho ebekoso aboni dewro e de ache kopem da eye ebre no ebeso na wosu wetumi abebi kosi ada eye nkenya nsom first service and second service first service ne shase 7 e de kopem 9:30 9 o'clock na second service na shase 9:30 e de kopem 11:30 e de ntimsraw faka udwumedi a wudi do eho na mum no ye bedi nkan ahwe ensem we bedi kase no mu akotene endroda eye oman fotesamfo ebo modin kopie mu omrahye be de fie oman na komresika no on kansem bebre no ye ba wi sebim kakra e de ama
eni ya wabra wa resa nsem ni nyina wiye no ena yetisi Ghana abonten so dodo na ena akasa afasa nsem ni nyina
yebekwa kopie mu asante mantam no emu na eho impenifo de nsem bebre no atuja ni nyina eye oyimpom bi odo ne wakwa for the from egudie mfambra kwan so a asante hene awro ne nase chawchaw
wasansem na obete se oman foto sanfo odi nsem bi atudwa se sika na wo mo agege ye no na sika no wo mo de bi ato sanitary pad e de ama emma
ye aye budget ne beto eja ewie ye enkofo dodo no a e na akere won adwen e de afon ye na enim se so na no kra ba ye no enkofo akere won adwen ani ntini etoso mienu aba enkofo akere won adwen wo ho papa yi
yede ani betwere mu e watamale abonten so dia enwuma pa evangelist papa ni agemai eye no wonsoso ubehu na yo ekase emu ye betwa ho mfonyini kakra e de atwero
akenkanfo no eye me na ama Fordjour mene
ka kire nua ana ya Sikapa Yama akwa abasa woje brema yicha ye musima. Afi jibra ni tie kase ni munchuru.
Ye bora kasedo enkyeremu dia na ye de ni ekwa akopiem ewo mrahwebege fie endrada omanfo tosamfo ora kesew atoba forsen a ono no eye mrahwebege ni so ewo eye impotem awodro bebrenu a openi ne densem atu eja openi no ekyeremu a ensem bebrenu a ena openi no ewesa ye editon bontene so wo mrahwebege fie na ansa no openi no bekunkan eye oman no akomresika no Dr. eye Alexander Afenyomaken ekasa ye ansana oman fotosamfo openi no eba bekasa na ensema openi no editu eja enese ekamia ye se wodinkan de nsem bitu eja se edom kuma no eyade edom kese no wono pese wode wondodo no wonam numbers no esisi eyedom kuma ewo mrahwebege efie eno eno peninu ehuri ade agina wa o kire mu sei encheye na wo kasa wo mrahwebege efie ansa no man photo samfo eba na chese deputy minority whip na edom kuma no abedi kire tenetefo ene maame Patricia Apiejei maame ne mrahwebege ni de ma asokwa openinu agina simpie so de nsem bi atu eja sei oman budget ana budget ye de ba bobo oman no ho bra no na Dr. Case that to ba force eba mrahwebege fia ba bekinkan no kasa bi no oba beka ana nsusuye na oba besusu na no na wori Alexander Afenyomaken de na no tu mu a ensem no koye bebre no a ewo mrahwebege efie.
Application was anchored on the rules of this house. A mandatory provision in order 195, there's no mayday. It reads, for the avoidance of doubt and at the risk of being repetitive, this is what it says. The budget statement in economic policy of the government shall be presented to the House by the minister responsible for finance on behalf of and on the authority of the president, and in the form the House may determine. Yes, wait, look at it. Mr. Speaker, wait, yes. So, yes, wait, Mr. Speaker, let's just take it easy. Let's just take it easy. Let's just take it easy. This is law. Take it easy. Take it easy. Take it easy. So, Mr. Speaker, what is the reverse logic? Please, for the benefit of our young ones, for the benefit of the young ones, Mr. Speaker, this house is a house of procedure. This house is equally guided by its own rules and precedents. Wait a moment, for those who are in a hurry to shout in his agreement.
Mu ewo mrahwebege fie wasansem ya mu a honorable atofo honorable Afenyomaken ede ebabetu dwa no na speaker of parliament Alban Bagwin enso ebisa honorable Afenyomaken say adenti na ya etobere bia otimi etwetwe Dr. Kasen otimi cheche ne sere ene abasasa na emom to brebia onyinani na onya ise ne ya otimi cheche ne sere ene abasasa
952 which you refer to. It says the budget statement and economic policy of the government shall be presented to the House by the minister responsible for finance on behalf of or on the authority of the president. That's first. Second, and in a form the House may determine. Honorable Minority Leader, you are not in a shouting battle. Please. This is the House. The only way the House can determine however you define form is when the statement is presented to you. The House cannot determine this matter outside the House. You can only determine it when you are truly sitting as a House. And this is the House. He's presenting the statement. If you decide that you want a form, you define form in any different manner as you are doing, then this is the time when it is presented, you take this opportunity to determine that form you want.
Total central government arrests amounted to 67.5 billion Ghana cedis.
1952, which you refer to. It says the budget statement and economic policy
Dr. Kaseɛbɔ atoba forsen bamrashwe de fie na fe ode omina komresika meche 2025 budget no ode eba betu eja na wasanse mo Alexander Nsroma Kaseɛbɔ na chamehene ekasa edefa ho no osanso timu ede kire no meche Alexander say to the bia nyembe bi wo onya abotre kakra nyanyeme nyina na sebe sane ade eja mwehu a sebe obebu nani egusu no krama hu a obepo and obey the and internet to the bino kasa onko ne lexicons meche ni dictionary na afi no onko hwehwehwe ni brofo ne niam bi wum na onke kensie ni na onkasa na nsema o kasa state the finance budget na ode eba no na Dr. Kaseɛbɔ atofo ban force ba bekenkan no ade statement ana motion sa kasa we ni kwansa nka obisa and internet to the bia ni dictionary no onkom na onko hwehwe eniema ewum.
You determine the form you want it to be presented. That can be part of the debate. But I'm not sure the definition you are putting on the word form. Form. Please go back to your lexicons. To determine the meaning of form. I think the writing is being done. The statement was admitted. It's been properly captured on the order paper as programmed by the business committee, and the minister is here to present the statement to the House. If you may, you determine the form you want it to be presented. That can be part of the debate. But I'm not sure the definition you are putting on the word form. Form. Please go back to your lexicons. To determine the meaning of form. I think the writing is being done. The statement was admitted. It's been properly captured on the order paper.
Wabra Dr. Kaseɛbɔ ato forcing eba be PM ewo mrashe be na wode on my budget no eba be tuda no opani me ekeka ni sem nyina ekire mu se MPP aban abasi etwem ekono wo mo de omo ye kwantempo no wo de omo ka 67.5 billion eno ntini na chese eka eda ho buburuja a MPP aban no abomoden aba be bro egu ho no
amounted to 67.5 billion Ghana cedis, representing 5.2% of GDP. The Speaker, with the road sector recording an arrest of 21 billion Ghana cedis. The Speaker, when I assumed office on the 23rd of January 2025, my office was inundated with requests for payment from many contractors and suppliers. To ascertain the total arrests and outstanding payment for all MDs, the Ministry of Finance decided to formally request all MDAs on the 28th of January 2028 to submit information on all arrests and outstanding claims for validation. Subsequently, Mr. Speaker, the Ministry of Finance held a special hearing with the MDAs to validate the arrests that were submitted for payment. The response from the MDAs and the validation revealed that a staggering amount of 67.5 billion Ghana cedis is owed to government contractors and suppliers. Mr. Speaker, this consists of MDA's outstanding interim payment of invoices worth 49.2 billion and bank transfer advice at the Controller Accountant General worth 18.3 billion Ghana cedis. Mr. Speaker, this 67 billion excludes $1.73 billion owed to independent power producers.
So ejremu ewo Dr. Kaseɛbɔ Latoba Forson and some of the kotu eja endrada o mrashibeja efi no openino kasa no DDEP Domestic Debt Exchange Program no and ode atu eja se eya dia atweche eketichuli die pa ama wono MP NDC aban no wono aba beto nenso sani akwakoye ne de obehye na wono atutu nyama yi ewo eye Domestic Debt Exchange Program no emu.
Right Honorable Speaker, in addition to the 67.5 billion cedis in arrest, the validation process also revealed that MDAs have awarded contract to the tune of a minimum 194 billion Ghana cedis. Mr. Speaker, this amount represents 16.5% of GDP as at the end of 2024, with the road sector again alone accounting for 100 billion Ghana cedis. Mr. Speaker, most of these contractors and most of these contracts were awarded without commencement certificate and authorization. Mr. Speaker, this is in blatant violation of the Public Financial Management Act 921. Right Honorable Speaker, let me now update you on our debt service obligations. Mr. Speaker, apart from the huge arrests and commitment, our fiscal situation is further complicated by huge bullet debt service and constrained fiscal financing options. Currently, Mr. Speaker, the government option to finance the budget is limited to only Treasury bill market following the debt restructuring program. Moreover, the forthcoming debt service of both domestic and Eurobond debt obligation will have profound implications for fiscal sustainability and
Yagusu ejinemu ewo mrashibedwe fie wa bra o my photo samfo e dey budget no e tudwa no o kiremu se sisi ade assembly members ni nyina obomoden a atowo mu epe mu na ni je sem se na e yabusua se na ye mrashibedwe fie ye wo omo toto auto ebi moto tena ebi mutu base na ehwo afekeke ehwo ape enani omo kan nwom gumu wo mu kiremu a eye mahama wa kan wo beye enu nti yenkwa ani nkotie nwom a na mrashibedwe fie
Mr. Speaker, another amount of 100 million Ghana cedis has been allocated for the payment of monthly allowance to all assembly members.
Ewo mrashibeja efie na ensem a openi eye ora to force editu eja edise won fihia eye mpinum ni edwenu enson edokopem eye mfinshiampi no eni edrowoche na chese edonu enwoche 2027 to 2028 ne de se empenifo anhwe antoto niema ye dia ekatechiri de pa ebemene oman no eni ntine sania NDC aban aba na wono peni eni ora John Dramani Mahamadi obehye na wode nyoma atoto na kwanso na masikasem no etimi ejira na so sania oyene bi enkoba ewo emfia edi yenim ebi.
Right, Honorable Speaker. Domestic debt service alone, programmed for the next 4 years, is 150.3 billion Ghana cedis. The Speaker, simply put, the interest and principal payment that will be due for payment beginning now for the next 4 years is 150.3 billion Ghana cedis. This represents 11.6% of GDP in domestic debt service obligation alone. The Speaker, of this 150 billion Ghana cedis, 73.3% of this 150 billion Ghana cedis is due for payment in the year 2027 and 2028. Right, Honorable Speaker, 2027 alone, the domestic debt service that will be falling due will be 57.6 billion, and 2028 will be made to call upon to pay 52.5 billion Ghana cedis. The Speaker, the debt service obligation of 2027 and 2028 are major harms. These harms are cancerous and pose significant risks to the economy of Ghana. But Mr. Speaker, touch wood, we shall fix it. We shall fix it. Right, Honorable Speaker, domestic debt service alone, programmed for the next 4 years, is 150.3 billion Ghana cedis. The Speaker, simply put, the interest and principal payment that will be due for payment beginning now for the next 4 years is 150.
Twaso dia na ye twaso ewo Nsroma Bedwafie wa bra oman for to samfo kinkan budget no ebusiamre mu fam nkomo chikakra ye ntua say akoso mbodam etobre bi ebeyiri ye wa bra mpanifo ebie mu kakra no eyiri say dan ema nipa bebre na edin baby omo bada kra no na omo bra pansa na omanya baby ede omuti ato we na opani ne ekire mu se sisi ade mpanifo akwa adwento a se de omo osika kakra omenya 4.2 billion omode ekwa koboa amanfo a ewo ho se de ebeya omo ebetumi enya baabi edi omuti ato na omo niam eseye no omanya sika ede ahye ni nyina ase.
Total central government arrests amounted to 67.5 billion Ghana cedis, representing 5.2% of GDP. The Speaker, with the road sector recording an arrest of 21 billion Ghana cedis. The Speaker, when I assumed office on the 23rd of January 2025, my office was inundated with requests for payment from many contractors and suppliers. To ascertain the total arrests and outstanding payment for all MDAs, the Ministry of Finance decided to formally request all MDAs on the 28th of January 2028 to submit information on all arrests and outstanding claims for validation. Subsequently, Mr. Speaker, the Ministry of Finance held a special hearing with the MDAs to validate the arrests that were submitted for payment. The response from the MDAs and the validation revealed that a staggering amount of 67.5 billion Ghana cedis is owed to government contractors and suppliers.
Nsroma Bedwafie na chese ndrada eyo of mine for to samfo nsem okakin kan de ensem bebre wo ho a wo se ye chichipa na timimfo animu entiase ne wo hu nsem a sabi echi ede eko isanse obi wo a oni eye phone a obetumi akwa abefo so oni TV intino obi bete na wo yi na sutire na ndrada openi no kinkan eye of mine no budget no na ode tu eja o chire mu se ye fe no free senior free secondary education no a ade ampenifo etwesike chichiridie ede ato ho eno no eba beboa ma bibia no etimi akọ enkan eninti no ade a 292.4 million Ghana cedis enampenifo egi ede ato a eno no eba beboa ema bibia no akọ enkan sania ese efata.
Mr. Speaker, the overarching concern about free secondary education has been its quality and the absence of dedicated sources of financing. His Excellency President John Dramani Mahama has resolved it. Mr. Speaker, let me take this again. The overarching concern about free secondary education has been its quality and the absence of a dedicated sources of funding. His Excellency President John Dramani Mahama has resolved the funding challenges by uncapping the GET fund. Mr. Speaker, this makes available dedicated funding for full financing of free senior secondary school education and free tertiary education for persons with disability. Mr. Speaker, therefore,
ebiana wo TV so wan chede nyam nchiremu obi susu a adwumasam ne ade nti oman photo samfo okenkan oman no budget no ebiana obi anhye da ante enu nti nene no yabomode ansi nkonwa se yebetwetwe ni nyina ama won so wate ase opani ni gina mu kan se onu de emre bi etwemu na yesesisi a ne sanitary pad ehura kosoro yie pa abanda da na wabesene kono na ban so no na ukwa akoto pada wato ma na kofom kra ene ye 40 cedis ana say 35 cedis that is a man wo mu ebre yie pa enu nti na opani ato forcing wabra okenkan Ghana budget no odi nsem atu dwa say sisi ade omo ede 499.8 million or more abomodia ede allocate ede akọ sanitary pad enunti no sisi ade free SHS me kire enkwada ni suku no ekonto aso suku no oba bia no obenya sanitary pad se ne beya obetumi ede asiesie ne ho.
Mr. Speaker, an amount of 499.8 million Ghana cedis has been allocated for the non-academic fee policy for all first-year students in public tertiary institutions under the No Fee Stress initiative. Mr. Speaker, we have allocated an amount of 292.4 million Ghana cedis to commence the distribution of free sanitary pads to female students in primary and secondary schools. Mr. Speaker, we have allocated again an amount of 242.5 million Ghana cedis to support the victim of Akosombo Dam spillage. Right Honorable Speaker, we have also allocated an amount of 200 million Ghana cedis to support the victim of tidal wave disaster.
To some for I can kind a year or minor common sika edit to a jana sika ye de babe boy a humbra a war a year a fee emu and a dom Cassiano anobani deni or Mahama ayarega or no so ejina simpie so now feel washer saying your auto che a dom kumana slania basses through 1 pound dear Nesawini and so catch you or there 2 ages same. Sa 2025 budget here in penny for there 2 age or mashibe de field na NDC abine so aba na Ghana His Excellency Ora John Dramani Mahama edi wonani mu de wo ba be ma eye osono aye kuma bi e wo no eniso.
Mr. Speaker, it seems to me that the men on this side have started using sanitary pads. Because the sanitary pads is for the female students. That's why I said girls. Mr. Speaker, this is a budget for school children. They will now get the set of textbooks that they need to study. And peace of mind. Mr. Speaker, this is a budget that delivers solid reforms. And this is a budget that is moving our growth from Galamsey growth to real growth. Mr. Speaker, by the time we finish implementing this budget, and by the time we finish implementing the three that will come after this one, Osunu Baya in Kitikiti. Osunu Baya in Kitikiti. Osunu in Kitikiti. To it, Mr. Speaker, the elephant will become small.
I was saying, you answer me so now you make us here to tear. Yes, I saw my papa at the bar and you may see Ancasia. So I feel you are to Acasia.
Yeah, twa and some so ede amamudia na cha say openino kenkan eye o mine budget no ede tu eja ewie no ye na ye nim say ne edi kan so na ba ye no edom kuma no bekasa ho so wo mudi de chu eye so na nankasa ede eba we na eye dom kuma na san so akasa ede afa eye 2025 budget no ehu edom kuma no mpanimfo no wo friends mchofo nhyiemu ede nsem bi atu eja titu ane ye owura na nkane oman photo sanfo Dr. Mohammed Amin Adam ena edi wono enim ne nsɛmtwɔfo echeche enkomo wansama wode tu eje nyina ede say wobra na MPP aban meche New Patriotic Party wo free aban emu no sika wono ejaye ede tu ho no eye ohanchechemu no eduesia baako ene echiripo enwoche ene ntine na kyerɛ oman no na eni eye debt mu na kyerɛ kebie ni ho ene ntine mo bia mbe hahan ne nim begina mrahye bedwefie mbe kekansem embe fifi ne ni asem be ka sesikechichiri die ena eka ena aban ababesen kodo eja ede ato we eye nsem a owura Mohammed Amin Adam ode tu eja
3%. We left government with 61.8%. It means that Ghana is no longer heavily indebted. We have brought Ghana to debt sustainability path, and we are just left with little percentage points to achieve the IMF target of 55%. If you have 61.8%, we are talking about 6 percentage points to achieve the IMF target of 55%, which Ghana is supposed to achieve by 2028. But ladies and gentlemen, as of 2024, we already have achieved 61.8%. We have left with the NDC just 6 percentage points to achieve the 55%. Now, looking at the way they started borrowing, I am worried. I am worried if they will not jeopardize the achievements, the gains that we have handed over to them. Trade balances have been confirmed today to be in surpluses. Trade balance is in surplus. The current account balance is in surplus. This cannot be a broken economy. The fiscal data was what the minister tried to use to misinform Ghanaians about the economy we handed over to them.
What's ansem na former Finance Minister Mohamed Ahmed Edibabetu Jano ena wasaso kase timemufo munsusu mamoninye ai munsusu mamoninye se abaya abai agiyi etuo efri ho enyina na wasanso ede etuo foforo ede aba nti munsusu mamoni enye.
With the exception of the motor vehicle insurance. So all other insurance, given that the penetration of the insurance industry is just 1.1%, we are so shocked that the minister will reintroduce that on non-life insurance, except motor vehicle insurance. So let us not rejoice over the removal of these taxes, which we expected. What we did not expect was the reintroduction of VAT on insurance. They've also increased the growth and sustainability levy from 1% to 3% for the mining sector and extended the sunset period from 2025 to 2028. When you heard the minister talking about growth, he said that the growth was influenced by the extractive. And so, how can you tax a sector which is giving you growth? The sector that is giving you growth is the sector you want to.
Mpenifo kokenkan ye ewo mrahwebe de fie ewie ye no na kire se Dr. Case Olatoba Forson ye mindful to some 42 eja ewo mrahwebe de fie ewie ye no na afa nsɛmtwɔfo ye bupin eye openi owura Frank Amoakohene ene ne cheche enkomo na nsɛm openi no editu edwen na edise sa 2025 budget ya Ghana mampeni eni mpenifo Dr. Case Olatoba Forson eni mpenifo no edibetu eja no ade a kire se Ghana ni da so papa ade beboa saa nhyehyɛ ya wo penifo de aba wo de egu akwemu no beboa ma ɔman no etumi esine dade mu sane ese efata na ɔkyerɛkyerɛ mu ne enti a wɔno eyi eye port charges na afei eniema ahodo bebre no ana ne nsɛm a ɔkyerɛ mu no eni
budget of new breath, a new direction, and hope for the Ghanaian people, and a commitment from His Excellency the President that he is leading us in truth, in all honesty, and he is there to serve, to reflect the hopes and aspirations of the people of the Republic of Ghana. Those who listen to the budget will not know a distinction between the campaign message and the budget. What we did was to attribute cost to the campaign manifesto, for which reason the people of Ghana voted for us. So everything we mentioned here are issues that were key to the good people of Ghana, for which reason they voted for us. And it is the same that His Excellency the President is implementing. So yes, it's good news, and we accept it, and we're going to ensure that at the regional levels and also as regional minister, it is implemented to the core. So the budget statement is more of a highlight of the entire document that will be debated here in this house. Not all the topical issues can be
Abusia, o my photo some for a king kind in or mine Sikapa ni na de to dwan of ye bi awie no. E na ma me abena or say sorry mami ade baba to just say ga wa bra o king kind ora atoforsen king kind o mindful budget no wanka bibia amfa abanya abesi atwamu yi na agenda 111 na ode baaye no hospitals a obesi ye ni nyina no wo se omo nsoso eba beto aso eni se omuja ne tra ema no ewo muramu se ne ebesei na atete apansam.
And the MPP has been vindicated. Let us wait for the numbers again from the IMF in April 2025, and clearly you see that we will be vindicated once again. I believe that they have lost touch with the people. They haven't been truthful to the people. And clearly, one other thing that I saw missing, totally, was a plan to fund the Agenda 111. These are investments that government use public funding. So you cannot tell us that you are not going to fund it, you are going to leave it in that state that it is. Otherwise, when you do that, you'll be causing financial loss, to the states. We expected them to show some level of clear funding for the Agenda 111. We did not see that. So people who have these uncompleted buildings and constituencies that have these uncompleted hospitals in their constituencies, how do you think they will feel? Are they not part of Ghanaians? So we expected to see some level of progress in that. We are not saying complete all in one financial year, but then there should be a plan to complete it in their term of office. We did not see that too. So, this budget, I am sure their base will be disappointed. A lot of Ghanaians will be disappointed. And those who voted for them for the first time will realize that clearly they have been short.
Free mame ensam eso na fe yenda neni enko asante mantab no emu na chese enro budget ne kenkan wi na mpenifo de tu echa e wo mrahye beje fie ewie na fe ensam chofo tisi montre na fe ne timemufo tutu enkobo no asante mantam no emu no ensam bebre na no wokan wo kire mu se eto ne de se ne mpenifo hyebo wo bra na abato no ba bekoso nto abo wo de hyehye su nyina ene se sai electronic levy betting tax obeye bi muso no sanka betting tax no teso na no na mpedifo akire mu se ne waye no a ye chese no woni gidie na afa woni nya gidie e wo NDC aban no emu
wetima yiwe no efro betting tax na sa taxes na so nimfa so no many age say like ometima yi sa nyoma ni nyina de efro
me nam nim se ye beto bana ni manifesto be keka na nam se bia na ada asem because politicians in the yati bibire efro mo but aba budget ma also be efro ndie me hu se mahama the second committee enye sikadie nti no baaye because abana de baaye no se na unyamfaso efri so enka onu so be pay sikadie anko beto aso enka management class obeyi but otimi adwene o man ho se enema bi wa ha adwene o man na se be efri a menya politics but for the first time man maginedi
kakra mekanza is good na me yana politicians no because akufado bo ye bi we you nuisance taxes be be free ho but a chire do de begu so no do so chire de oyiye no it is obetimi aya de optimum for ne ho beto ye because amanfo sun was ade no pa especially boys it is our shabo no otime de sun oyiye free a aseda na e da no but o mo san fa che fa ne me bia me rewrem ko mani mu oden e no na ya ne ma optimum for ne ho chire ye no it is what me no fa kwa bi so ye nyina etimen kakra obi abit ma ye na adwuma na tax ne no so ye so it's good nti e dana se so what my yes ade ama man no
Yera Muhammad ye nyina I think say Ghana for nya ne mugidie enum tra ye num say ye so ye to abama no e na ye gi na no asem die because we don't believe in just mere words but we believe in action people and said your kan ya odi osia yo no am Ghana for any age. Say emission tax and e-levy and I think it's a betting tax. My men some who be betting tax no. Boys need them no. Me prementary man no. Say we free a bebo munina antino. Yes, say said your mark no. Among force yo.
We the energy sem. Edema Ghana for nya. Say the tax no the tax do be anim say to the yetia and the impuntu juma. But my way no maybe I twam koi tax and yetia ba ye hu hwe so aba no so be ye free ho
na like ye hu ayin ha ye dia
Abusia kame ho ani me free free asantememu na yentabiri ho amfie ni entwemu ewo enkranman mu hanum se yetisi mu ewo enkranman mu hanum se nitememufo no ekokodidi nkomo na omu kire mu se afei ena Ghana ye benya ye independent no esan se for so many years ono nani free di abrante na no wokasa no se nani free di ni afei ena wo hu se assembly members ye tue omoka wa bra oman photo sanfo no o kasa no o kire mu say wotua assembly members ka na afei so wa afei de wo hu say Ghana ye ba bedi yi ankasa esan say eto na ededa e-levies ni ade no omaye free honom no ebeboa pa na afei so 24-hour economy no ebeboa ama obi biara oni adwuma ye no enye adwuma ye eno nti oman konkro Ghana afei na yedie ebemu ankasa.
Actually, we have a second independent Ghana for so many years. Assembly members omunya pay, but budget we who say assembly members after assembly members ka and betting tax and e-levy COVID tax in Yamana. Ya yini nyina fio afina Ghana ye babe di ye Ghana say and a 24-hour economy na mama dia ba no me sure say ebeboa youth for nyina mama wa ya dia pa yankopon shira no.
The e-levy they have removed. For that I'm 100% with them that they have removed the e-levy. The taxes on our importing goods, that's the duties and the tax actually. I've not heard anything serious about that, and that one is helping the nation a lot, because if that tax still remains the same, we will push the final cost that we will bear to the final consumer, and the final consumers too will suffer more than us.
Me ade abako we ye free we me dey sa COVID tax no. Sa COVID tax no dey we ye free o dey. Ene sa e-levy no. By betting tax no dey. At least na so ni ko teso. Oh, unim scan microphone o bet.
Yemfree enkan pumpuni mantam no emu na fe yemfa yeni enchemu asante mantam no emu netesa hinko kumase ena micha uti akopie mu ehoho otumfo osai tutu otoso mienu edinse bi ektu eja ni nyina ene se ohempo ono no ewo eye mpasa so eye na matu ewo asante mantam no emu no ene nana amafo tumesi a otoso mienu ye hwan ne tu ekunwa ena afe ni chao do empenimfo anoa otumfo osei tutu abomodin awro ne nase chao do edi efri ne enase wo kire mu sei openinu asom eye empasa so na matu eye Mfinu eduanan baako 41 years na wo hwese ne anyema bi ekọ ewo na memuonu emu a na to se mpasa aso no nyema enkoso yie kura ewo ho be ya sase baako ne ye de ama nipa enum na to se ohempon na edi enim ne aton asase na de ama nkofu enum na afi no tutumantam ne eye mentem wase na eda eye nkofo entem ewo eye mpasa aso na eno na eye otumfo ebo eye data ewo eye menhia palace na nanu watena nkonwa wono eba bepiemu ewo mechere Asanteman Kumasi Traditional Council wono bepiemu ewo menhia ahemfie na wotonsa edi frɛ eye openi ana ohempon ema ni bepiemu ewo ho bi na kyese wo hwemfoni no a ohempon no ene butu fom ewo ho a kyese ne ekoso de ekoso na openi no kyerema no otumfo ose tutu kyeremu a efom egudi emfambra kwan esoro no de wo ma nensa kasa so de akosoro se nya de obema santeman nsase ehoho no ohim bi obesi na de so no ode ne ho befode mu eni nti se ote enya na ntie hihye mu hu a eya de obehu anwotu akunje na afa ucha ucha no wawro ade efiri wo na ase na enu no openi de no wakoko fode mu a otumfo osai tutu otosu mienu etumi agi openi ni debre edi efiri ne nsa ama sisi na kunja no ahre no
maka chanza me ba ye de bibia ne ho ebesisa
Joe
and rather mutwa nkontopo na de me pensu de emma
Joe so dura
asem bia mu ade asomdwe
o se no kura ba asem bia mu ade asomdwe ba
anu nti empasa so wo onko center nkese akodi fu asem akodi ampanso o mfiri mpasa so ne koy wo mo asem ni e kan ni e be you dance wa bra wo su nim se wo mu pa moja mu mfiri ho na wo nchi pa ne atwema boko ka cha me se wo wusim sei
o su de ka wusim sei
wo mo adika wo mo ya dia ne ba ho wo mfi wo mu wo mo anu ne ba e be ba unim wo mba ho e ko talk anyina ma me ka cha oda no
se na mba ho o ko talk anyina o ka na ka cha oda no
me ka cha bibia ni wa jisa menka asamba manim na saka dia bia meka eda wo ka se be 2000 nyaminim ni nyina sika ede ma o menka
sika ede ma o no ka
sika ede ma o menka
wo from
eti wo ye ni nyina wie na akoma ukodi adanse so tu for dan kase kase una abetu ya chem no esa se wona ampa so wo free mpasa so ansa na ye kwa akodie so nim se wo free mpasa so na ye kwa akodie
oso wo so nim se wo free mpasa so ana kwa akodie
eti wo mo ba ye nchi asa asema abani na wo mo ye dia pa wan fi wo mo na ukodi adanse kru mo ma wo mo ani me ma wo sika abedie ene ka obenya ene nkontopo abetwa engu asantema enu ase na di oya de sia okotwa nkoto na na se ujira mu nti won si won pasa so de won de free okwa waka wokodi adanse en de sa na tie na nan bi de to so bi da bi ana me se da bi
so fa won you say tie so da ye o se da bi
ana so no pasa so number 2 yo jan wo din chiri atwuma boko won free pasa so be ma se no free no no ye de no akoye de sia akodi adanse
o so no esi
afede o se no be jan ho wa brabo nyina na eyi egu hai
o se na
nti yo so na ni nyina eyi egu hai
o se na nti yo so ni nyina na eyi egu hai
efi aduanan
ba ko
na atiwa
no wa tse ho no wa
ana ze bone nko an wadi no
ho
ya wo so de ba mi na wo di akonwa na to no akọ
na wo mom di awo di dance krumu to onde sebe asaso ahini enne
empasa su kroso we de areho anase enije mi chese mi hu asem ne se ne mesi fa kanu ene de we de ataje martin de ne abusuan wa bra ye hwan na amofa tumasi ye hwan ne to akonwa asese a woni ni biom no ena timamufuo a ewo empasa so number 2 wono mo ede asem bi ebebe tudwa o masema o mo ka nyina ne se ayo o mani je for so many years ni wo himpon de ne ho afrafra galamse mu amachese wo mo nsuo nyina ayese femfenam obo ade ensase a wo mo didi so kakra no aya femfenam enti no ayo o mani je spa se nana osei otumfo de osei tutu ebo modia ehwan wo hini akonwa
de wetin ka fa no se o man no odi o man no nyamo ene yitu ni etimi ye hwe ye bre ti wa ya dum otumfo tuna ma de a ye de anigye ene so ye yo ama kroma fo nyina agie ni agye ye di mputupa aba kro no na from afọ nyina re ni aje wo ma so
wunia me pa chaw na ye da ye so ani ye mpa ibo kese ani se sa papa we na nanum nkonwa ensuo ni abosom
wa biafo
ani sikadwa kofi adawroma omo mpeda bi no omo mpam papa we anotre di entia menua papa yi di akonwa na mi won fie dumienu ena bi gina we manya 52 years sabe yesi wa anya bibia ma wase a enya ama no kro no na nampo futumasi ebedi ade mfie aduana ba akuni esan se papa no onya de hienti ye ni ade a ena wo kwei ye de beyen ka yedum
ebi ni wo
na masa wa hwese uko he na kuro na mi yi pictures a o me fon so kire wa ye tu galam se ye kwaye papa isha se tu galam se
na pansam
uduru mi kuro mu se a ho chai sabe sokoban enua ya pakini kuro mu ho kabo ulodu a 20 million rino ulodu a 10 million dako one ne wafa ase wo mutimi gisika be 200 million cedis ewo kuro mu papa na diabro nene otiko ko so adawrement ani na nanu mabusu ni nsi adawrement yese otumfo se ampofutume se ofra twoma boko eho na odi gase he eti wonko asida biesie asida ni awieye na papa no enkwate tia mesema otiko ko so ni stress papa wei na me mane hwira sentimentam na enkonwa ayira nyina papa ni nyima to de da na papa no tumi bi kura no na bibi woni mu asanteme nyina ewura no ampa ena dia waye no yada na se sanka tintina mano
na ye free and semi mu ewo asante mantemu ne de ni atwe mu ewo tamale abonten so mo mame emfa mo enko tamale abonten so dia na ye free ho e de ni atwe mu ewo chowukuku na arabosem ene se enuguna na wo ho chowukuku kesi to say me many nkan bet say 300 and e bomodin asisi a omu etumi ekosuku na ni jesem kra ne say orphanage kese pan ye papa the mission school abomodin as ekukuru esi twokuko man mu no ese wani na nsa wo ka kire eye ni jesem pa enu ntinu sisi enyankopon aya adom de minimu ne say nyamesum adwuma de enye ne say ode betena wo na wo nko a ode ahya wo ho nyamesum pa ene say obema afofra woni bie no enye bie enu nti ena ye papa the mission school aba omodia ede nani etwremu e Tamala abonten so ekura ya fra no twokukuo eba omodia akokosi sukuu pon kese pa ede ama emofra na sisie ya me ne ukasa idie emofra no omutimi etwro kakra na omutimi twro no omutimi ekenkan eye nije sempa na da die twatwo kra ene se wabamodin anka kofa emofra no afri baby ananka omuwa ananka omuntimi nkosuku aya zanduri abomodin asade no ababeka chokuko man no ho na enije semokra etwatwo ene se orphanage kakra kapa tenterenche pa wakukuru ediasi hodie ese wani ensa wo kachire eno nti abusuafo monka me hu na yemfa asempatre no enko amama mu nyina eno nti wei aye Apam Global Outreach asafo the mission coach na djuma wo ye ede etre nyame asempa ne emu Minyaba. I'm say Hana
Ebebe me kwan isa.
But then na yankasa kakramfa ejuma ya papa ho eto say wa wo na obantimi nkenkan ntimi go.
Eyare hosem. Enti senia chona kano ehu ehia enye ye nyina na sebe yensa etumi asu yechi.
Of course.
It do be abofo ho abofo ni bi ni evangelist papa ni ageman. Enti no ono no ade ba kwa mepe no beka se wamba ma no ho onya ade ne so ma obe kire se ne ye fish ye konsom kwochenam no enti no obe boa wo na enkaka no we coach usa enti na ne din no coach no eka ho enti no obe coach be guide wa ma wetumi duru bebi a wo pese wuduru no se ne abrabo no nko kechi enti nkoda na sabe wakwa ye omo adoye sei no eye ade ye nkai dum enti no echecheche se de na nkoda na ni fia wo mu ebe kai papa nya opinino aye sanse ne oye ne de edichum pa
so ni pa nyankopon ensure
sabe pepe entido ashafo dodo akunja ye ntra so enche hana bemma ekwan ma ye de kase nyumri ye de pene ne ye kenkan ye ede mawo ye de fi so chemi rescue point de de ni nyina no AC ede ama ye kodia na chese Apam Global Church asafo ni so yasene ama ye de kase no ye de brɛ ende so chemi rescue junction atena kase do ebuto na ansa ne ye bɛkɔ no mesonyampa etena empire bokese bekoso e wo fidie mu ha eni nti bibibia wo be ya na mu bia wo betubia no dinkan se wo be ya ne osma wo no nejuma esanse David say eye mede say ye say me say me nkonya me fie anya me fie de ye nkwaje ne ye kwakwaje wo say ye banya me fie aka na chen se nyoma mienu e na aba be fa say ye no me ani nhira nti wo e na wo be ya ade obetabili nhira ne de akọ wo na wo be ye na wo fa no me ne de akọ ye nyina ye mpe no me e wo ye ho esanse ne ye so anu kra ye ntumi empe anupu mesibrenti nyina ye dwane beto nyankopon a eye nhira ene ye pese ye befa ede ko ye befa nhira de a na emfa nhira ne nkwanko no ebusuanfo enkonko hye ho endi na emom no wo be twe eye akra efie tichi ne benchere se ne ye papa eye wo be di ne ho adanse se ne ono so betumi aba na wo ba begina yaresa ewo eye asafodo emu ne nyankopon so afa so ehira na mpa e chaso ne be hya 7 ka ne hye ne so se nyankopon amba na wo chibu na wo chifofo no de chen a kobinya service bekoso Sunday sun Kenyan sum ebekoso ewo fidie mo anti frempanimfo na ginchechemo so sine media nyina ewo 0540378282 ana 0249669993 na onimpenifo encheche enkomo akenkanfo no ayeme na ama Fordjour mene
kachirenia nana ya Sikapa
ye koso obwade ambanyampa echene besanso ehia we fidi kesi eso yakọ